South Auckland company EcoStock Supplies is a small business making a big impact on consumer waste. A large part of the business involves turning manufacturers' food waste into high-quality food products for livestock, as well as fertiliser for farms. The food waste might be the result of incorrect recipes, machinery breakdowns, packaging failures, or stock that's too close to its use-by date to distribute. In 2011, EcoStock was the supreme winner in the Green Ribbon Awards. In 2013, they picked up the Auckland University Business School's Entrepreneurs Challenge. Auckland University Business School Dean, Professor Greg Whitred, explains.
The program was set up as a result of a gift from an expatriate New Zealander, Charles Bidwell, who was passionate about helping New Zealand small and medium-sized enterprises get over the hurdles of growing their businesses, particularly as they confronted the possibility of going internationally. We have $5 million to invest in growing SMEs from any sector except property and banking.
Winner tonight is EcoStock.
We offer to those companies the opportunity for finance, which might not otherwise be available to them, or if it is available to them, we're offering it at a far more attractive rate. So we are offering investment sums of up to $1 million a year. Each year we would attract around 50 to 70 applicants from an incredibly broad cross-section of industries. In EcoStock's case, we saw a compelling New Zealand story. It was about creating a business that addressed a major concern to most New Zealanders, sustainability and the environment. And it had a leadership team that we thought was capable of delivering on the promise. And so it was a pretty compelling opportunity for us and an alignment for us with the business school's agenda. So we always look, we do look for investments that obviously have the possibility, a very genuine prospect of returning our investment with some upside. We saw all of those things in EcoStock.
We're a business that reverse engineers. We take the packaging off, we take the contaminant out of it, and then there's two main sources. We either stock feed or into a fertiliser. Some clients don't want the product being going back into stock feed, so it goes to fertiliser. Other products will go into stock feed. And the packaging is then baled. We've got a baler, and we'll sell that off as a commodity as well. So you've got cardboard, metal, wood, plastics, foils. It's providing food security to food manufacturers and the big food manufacturers. There's about 225. We dovetail into the back of the operation, providing a network throughout New Zealand and potentially into Australia, where we ensure both retained stock, out-of-spec stock from the manufacturing. So we're taking it and diverting it from landfill. So it gives them a big point of difference when they're trying to export overseas, but mainly it's also saving them money, big money. The scale of the product, the scale of the operations is so significant that if we weren't there taking it away, the only other companies with that scale are the big landfill operators. I mean, the scale is not small. You're talking, we've got 16 truck and trailers, operating pretty much 24/7. Food is all about being just in time, freshness, quality, and confidence. And I think that's the other thing we bring is confidence in a system. We've been doing it 7 years. We don't want anything here more than 6 hours. So ideally, 6 hours, worst case, 24 hours. Vegetables we want in 3 to 4 hours. We're just in, out. We're not a holding business. It's all about high speed. The industry we're in is FMCG, fast-moving consumer goods. We're fast-moving waste goods. And the speed with which things happen is, we've got there and we've got that system. The thing is, every day is the same and every day is at high speed. We've got a fixed client base of 23 very big farming operations, but it's them, their nutritionalists, and their specialists involved. There's quite a big network around it, so we can preserve the business that we've got. We've got 6 categories of products that come out. We work with the farmers, and we've got a long-term approach with our farmers. We're not, a month on, month off. We're about 12 months continually feeding. So spring and autumn calving farms are where our target, but we keep to 23 big farming operations, work with the nutritionalists, work with the managers, even the guys in the mixing wagons. We're only probably 10% of their supplementary feed solution, even though it might be 30, 90 tonne a week. They still have a bigger picture, and we just give that balance. Obviously, there's It's quite high in sugar, quite high, there's protein in there. The cereals, it's getting the diet right. Seasons change, grasses change, they've got other supplementary feeds coming in, so we are working backwards and forwards. The cost is set around, I guess, three things. One is obviously you got your payout, what people can afford. Palm kernel is a good benchmark, and barley or grains is another good benchmark. Dry matter sets price as well. And that's the problem with some of our stuff, that we might get it from manufacturer quite wet, so it changes the product. And we've got shelf life, which changes the value of it. And then the biggest kicker for it is actually transport and freight. The price, though, has to be competitive, and we're in that position where it's for 12 months. We can't have a farmer turn us off, turn us on. We need to keep ticking along the whole time. We probably do about 10% of the food waste in New Zealand. There's still 90% of it really going into landfill or other sides of the house. We've got some opportunities to go overseas, especially around the food security and the technology we've got. It's trying to work back in to add value to the manufacturers and work with our food manufacturers to give more value when they're trying to sell their products. Our mission is to see an alternative use for a resource. I would like to think in 20 years' time, next generation's going, what's a landfill? Why do we have landfills? Why do we have holes in the ground? That's a resource. It's an engineering problem that hasn't been solved. We're an engineering solution.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.